Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wake the hell up, turn the volume way up, because we've got another NFL Divisional Breakdown episode of the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. Excuse Max if he's getting sleepy over there. This is our fourth one tonight, baby.
Sorry.
Max Faulkner with Matt Coble and joining us again. He was on a couple weeks ago for some positional breakdowns. Our guy, Zack Widlowski. Zack, show off that shirt. What's going on over there?
It is Bob's Burgers. Just had to represent.
Great show.
Excited, guys. Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Max, anything before we get into this AFC East breakdown? Are you still awake?
Yes, I took a shot of adrenaline straight to the heart, like
Whoa,
you know, like
Like in
Pulp Fiction, like Pulp Fiction. Zach, real quick, are you in a linens closet?
No,
Good sound.
it's actually a workshop.
Oh wow,
Good sound in there.
for your cat shirts or
Yeah.
cat sweaters. It's for your 30 cat sweaters.
It's about to be wintertime, you know. They need something to wear.
Yeah, definitely.
True. Let's get into this AFC East, boys. Last season, the Bills won this baby at 11-6. This was their fourth straight divisional title. The Bills have won 4 straight AFC East crowns. The Dolphins tied them, but lost the tiebreaker, getting a wild card at 11-6. The Jets, I think I might surprise you boys, won 7 games last year, 7-10.
Yeah.
That might surprise a lot of people. And the shit-sniffing Patriots, 4-13 last year. They ran 13 total pass plays inside the 10 on the whole season, the fewest of any team since 2018. Patriots were bad last year. Looking back at our predictions, Max, I actually had this division predicted 1 through 4, the only division from last year that anybody can say that they predicted all 4 teams right in the spot. So what's your thoughts on the AFC East from last year?
Oh man, we thought that the Jets were going to do way better, but Aaron Rodgers goes down. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I slept on the Dolphins. I know I did. I don't know why I did. I just kind of was like, whatever. I don't really care. I didn't really care that much about this division other than the Buffalo Bills, but this year it's a lot different. Okay, I did a lot more research on them. There's 3 teams that I'm really excited to talk about.
Definitely 3 teams excited to talk about. Yeah, you weren't really sleeping on the Dolphins that much. You just had them in the jet switch, and you had the Dolphins make the playoffs. So
I did. Okay, all right.
ain't that bad there, Max. Zach, give us your thoughts on the AFC East standings from last season.
Last season, well, I think it's going to be pretty similar to this season. I mean, I don't really see that major differences for these teams, so that's just what I expect.
Yeah. Let's get into the positional rankings, fellas. The quarterback position for the AFC East, there is no debate, I hope, at the top. Josh Allen, he's my big dog. He's number 1 in this division, no doubt about it. I'm putting Tua number 2. He led the league in passing yards last season, 4,624. That's impressive. But after week 6, Tua had 0 weekly finishes better than QB9. We talk about it. The weather gets bad. Those boys down in South Beach, they get cold when they have to go up north. Tua, second half of his seasons, ain't that good. I got Ayahuasca Aaron, 3rd, and then New England, the only team in all of the NFL not to name a starter yet. Jacoby Brissett, Drake May, it doesn't matter. That's the basement right there. Max, give me, you agree or disagree?
Nailed it. That's all. That's the Patriots suck, and I'm not excited about Drake May either. All right, I know that they drafted what 3rd pick? Was that the 3rd pick?
3rd.
Okay, we'll see.
Future.
We'll see. Yeah, sure.
Zach, any debate there for the quarterbacks for you?
Not much. I just had Aaron Rodgers and Tua switched around.
Yeah.
Tua's gonna, put up numbers,
Whoa.
but but if Aaron Rodgers doesn't get injured, I think he could have one more magical year. And not even magical, but a good year. I think he could put it up still. Overall, I think Aaron Rodgers is a way better quarterback than Tua is or will be. So that's why I just have them switched around.
Nice. The running back position for the AFC East might be some debate here. I'm going Miami at the top, though. Devon Achane, Raheem Mostert. Mostert with 21 tutties last year. My goodness. I'm going Jets number 2. Breece Hall, I like him. I got him 2nd overall for running backs. Braylon Allen, a young guy, solid back up there, good handcuff. I'm going Buffalo number three, James Cook. I'm high on him. I'm high on him. Ray
Mhm.
Davis is a handcuff behind him. James Cook was third in all the NFL in scrimmage yards last season. I'm high on James Cook. And I'm going New England again in the basement. New England might be in the basement for a few of these boys. Ramondre Stevenson, aka Blamondre Steven Shits. He didn't do it for me last year. Antonio Gibson comes over, yeah, but I don't want either of those guys for New England. Max, you agree or disagree?
Disagree. At the top, I do have the New York Jets with Brees Hall, baby.
Big
Brees Hall's
dog.
going to have a
Big
big,
dog.
big year. At number two, I actually have the Bills because I like James Cook. I think they're going to run the ball like crazy with James Cook and Allen because we brought it up. Who's Allen going to throw the ball to? There's a lot of questions right now. You know, we know Dalton Kincaid. We'll talk about Dalton Kincaid in a second, but a lot of questions, a lot of questions. And number three, Miami. Miami with Devon Achane. Oh man, we got to go high for Devon Achane. You might have to go squeak in our first round, boys and girls. He
Yeah, I
might have
think
to be a
so.
first round pick for
I think
us.
so. I think so.
And then yeah, the Patriots. Man, Stevenson. As I've been doing my big board, I keep seeing his name, and I'm like, man, I just don't want this guy. I don't want any Patriot. I don't want to do anything with the Patriots. Don't want any of that.
Zach, you going to surprise us and have New England higher than the basement here for the running back position?
You know it, but no. Patriots running back crew is dead last in this division. It's terrible. I don't expect anything from them. I agree with Max. I got Brees Hall, number one. He's going to be the number two option for Aaron Rodgers. He's going to get the ball a lot in his hands, whether
Yeah.
it's a handoff or just a little dump off pass.
Big
So
dog.
I expect him to be getting quite a bit of yards. Um, I think the same thing about James Cook. I think he's going to be the second option for Josh Allen as well. But even with that being said, I still have the Dolphins running back group ahead of Buffalo, just because they got that two-headed monster right there. Both of those boys can run.
Woo!
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Speed. They picked up
Mm-hmm.
more speed. Jalen Wright out of Tennessee. I heard that he's going to get mixed in. A lot of speed. Mostert was on the track team at Purdue, if I'm not mistaken. So a
I
lot
believe
of
so.
fucking speed. A lot of speed. Wide receiver position for the AFC East. It's it's pretty weak. It's pretty weak if you're comparing this to other divisions, boys.
Yep.
But I'm obviously going Miami at the top. Tyreek Hill. He led the league in receiving yards last year and was tied for the lead in receiving touchdowns with Mike Evans. And Jalen Waddle. He's not a bad number two. He's not a bad number two there. Second, I'm going Jets with my guy Garrett Wilson. I'll be looking at him again. I have in the last two seasons. Now that ayahuasca Aaron is healthy, I'll be looking at Garrett Wilson for sure. Then I'm going Buffalo. I'm going Buffalo third. I just like their guys' potential more than New England's potential, especially at the quarterback position. If you're trying to decide between a receiver from Buffalo or a receiver from New England, you better go Buffalo.
Yep.
Max, do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, no, I mean, you obviously Miami's number one. The Jets with Garrett Wilson, Bills. I mean, I, you definitely have to go with Josh Allen over anything when it comes to the Patriots. So yes, it's the exact same thing. But you know, we'll talk about a wide receiver from the Patriots. I'm sorry, wide receiver from the Bills in a second. That I think that could be a major sleeper, but we'll save that. We'll save that.
Zachary, any difference for you for the wide receivers?
No, not at all. Patriots, who's even on that team? I don't know
It's
any of those
bad.
guys. I
It's
don't know
bad.
any of the names.
It's
Ugh.
bad.
Dolphins, of course, number one. Jets, Garrett Wilson. Don't sleep on Allen Lazard. He might be able to get you a few touchdowns this season. And Bills,
Eh,
I mean, they're just average players.
yeah.
None of it. I don't think any of their wide receivers had close. I think maybe the highest one of them had one season of 800 yards, maybe when I was looking. Don't quote me on that, but it doesn't look great.
Yeah, this might be the weakest wide receiver group of all the divisions. I mean, outside of Tyreek Hill and Garrett Wilson, I'm not high on Jalen Waddle, so I'm really only looking at two guys maybe. The tight end position for the AFC East. No debate at the top. The other three queefs you're probably not getting. I'm going Dalton Kincaid number one. Like we said, boys, could be number one option for Josh Allen. I'd be surprised if it wasn't. Number two, I am going to go Jonnu Smith. He's got speed. He goes down to South Beach where speed fucking kills, and I like him with Miami. I'm going Goose, Tyler Conklin with the Jets. Who knows? Ayahuasca Aaron could get him 5 or 6 tutties. And then I might be a little too low on Hunter Henry because Hunter Henry is a solid tight end. I might be a little low, but I just hate the Patriots.
Yeah.
I got the Patriots in the basement, all 4 positions, boys. Max tight ends for me, please.
Oh my goodness. I'm telling you right now, Dalton Kincaid of the Bills. The Bills are number one, obviously, with Dalton Kincaid. Dalton Kincaid is going to be a top 5 tight end. He is going to be a big, big time player. I'm telling you. I am telling you. All right. Number 2, man, dude, these tight ends suck. Can I just stop? Can I just stop and move on?
Sure.
I guess I got Jonnu Smith. I mean, whatever. I at number 3 only because Hunter Henry has had some decent seasons, and then Con Goose at number 4.
Conk,
So
conk, conk,
all you
conk.
want, like we already talked about, is Dalton Kincaid. That's all you want.
Any different in your rankings? Any difference in your rankings there, Zach?
No, I got the same ones as Max. Uh I put Conk there at the end. At least
Conk,
Hunter
conk.
Henry could get a couple points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They got Austin Hooper too. He had one decent season.
yeah,
You only want one guy there. Only want one guy.
definitely.
Yeah.
I got the Patriots as my queefs for every spot there. I
Hmm.
don't think neither of you boys do though. Not at tight end and
No,
Yeah,
not a
just
tight
the
end.
tight end.
just a tight end. For you two, Max, you got.
Yeah, other than that, Queefs all around.
Is anybody drafting a New England Patriot this year?
No, no.
Any?
Uh,
Leave it
Not
in the
one.
comments. Who you drafting from New England?
Not one, boys.
Not one.
Let's get into our queefs and sleepers for the AFC East. Last year, Max, we had a couple good ones. My biggest queef, there was just too much hype. There was just too much gun bumping, too much hype about the Jets. I went Aaron Rodgers and he tore his Achilles, but yeah, he was a queef fucking last year.
Nailed it.
Max, your queef was the Patriots wide receivers. Shit show there, a shit show. We can't even name who led them in targets or receptions. And I had a solid sleeper that I forgot about. I had Miami running back Devon Achan. I had him as a
Oh,
sleeper that I totally forgot about.
wow. Nice pick.
Thank you. Thank you. Max, why don't you lead us off for your biggest queef of the AFC East?
Why don't we just stick with the New England Patriots? And I got Ramondre Stevenson. Okay, I got Ramondre Stevenson
Ooh.
because I mean, like, okay, if we were talking about if you just asked me who you drafting from the Patriots, right? That would be the only guy. That would literally be it. He would be the only guy, and still, you definitely don't want this. The Patriots suck. They're gonna try to get some form of draft pick capital for next season because they blow. Okay, you don't want Ramondre Stevenson. You don't want anybody on the Patriots. Once again, moving on.
Ramondre going as RB19 on ESPN, a top 20 running back. No way in hell. No way in hell. Zach, anything about Ramondre, and then give us your biggest queef.
Ramondre just goes with my biggest queefs. I put the whole Patriots offense. As we've been just shitting on them the past however many minutes. Um, they're the queefs.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I didn't realize this, boy, but we're going to continue to shit on the New England Patriots because I have the whole wide receiver room for the Patriots, boys. I didn't realize all 3 of us
Wow,
were there.
wow.
Let's look at the depth chart real quick for the Patriots at the wide receiver position. Demario Douglas, currently going as wide receiver 60. Jalen Polk, rookie out of Washington, going as wide receiver 66. All these other guys undrafted. Kendrick Bourne, Javon Baker, KJ Osborne, Tyquan Thornton. My God, that is terrible. Ezekiel Elliott led this team in receptions last season with 51. 51 receptions from Zeke led this team last year. Douglas had 49, Hunter Henry 42, Ramondre 38. My God. Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi last year at the quarterback position combined for 16 touchdowns and 21 picks. My God, I think it is a little bit of an upgrade to Jacoby or Drake May, a little bit of an upgrade, but these guys are queefs. No, don't draft the New England Patriots.
Ugh.
We're all out on the Pats. No,
No.
no doubt about it.
Mm-mm.
Max, give us your biggest sleeper for the AFC East.
All right, I'm gonna go to the Buffalo Bills because Josh Allen has to be. He's gonna be throwing the ball. He has to. Okay, they have to be throwing it, not just to Dalton Kincaid. So I'm gonna go with the rookie Keon Coleman. Okay, I don't know. I don't know yet. We don't know what to see this guy because he's a rookie. You know, it seemed like he had a decent I forgot what college he went to. Sorry, I'm just saying
Dalton
that.
Kincaid,
No, not
Kincaid,
Dalton. Keon Coleman.
Keon Coleman, Florida
Yeah,
State.
Florida's okay. There you go. Not bad. Not a bad college at all.
Oh,
This guy could easily be the number one wide receiver on the team. I know they're saying that Khalil Shakir is but I don't know. I don't know. I think Keon Coleman could slide into that mix as the number one wide receiver. Don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on him, everyone. He could probably get him in a late round.
yep. I like that pick, Max. I like that pick. I'm going to stay right there with you in the Buffalo wide receiver room because I am going Khalil Shakir. I am
Oh,
going.
okay.
I'm going to tell you something about him. He's still only 24 years old. He was a
Okay.
fifth round pick out of Boise State in 2022. Stephon Diggs, his departure opens up a massive workload, as you said, Max. The Bills have 284 vacated targets from last season. That is the second most in the NFL behind the Chargers. Josh Allen has to throw to somebody. Like you said, 284 vacated targets. Curtis Samuel, a lot of buzz about Curtis Samuel coming over. Uh, Played under Joe Brady, the OC already. He's got a turf toe injury. Curtis Samuel's always hurt. Okay, so I had him up there as my number one. Not anymore. Keon Coleman is your sleeper, Max. He's a rookie that reportedly he's coming along a little slowly. Coming along a little slowly. Wide
Oh.
receiver 3 right now. The other two wide receivers, only two more guys on the roster. Marquise Valdez-Scantling and Mac Hollins. Those guys are nothing. Okay, someone has to break out here. Someone has to break out. I agree, Kincaid and Cook. I think that's the number 1 and 2 targets for Josh Allen. So we're really talking about the third option. They started phasing Stephon Diggs out last year. In the Bills' last 10 games, including the playoffs, Diggs had 422 receiving yards. That's only 42 a game
Wow.
on 80 targets. Shakir, in those same 10 games, had 462 receiving yards, so 40 more on 37 targets. More yards on less than half the targets. Diggs had 80 targets. Shakir had 37, had more yards than him. Josh Allen, he started to like Khalil Shakir the last half of the season. He's gone over 4,280 passing yards the last 4 straight years. I don't see that number coming down.
Mm.
Shakir's going to get loose for some bombs. He's currently going as wide receiver 58, undrafted. He's not even being drafted, boys. Khalil Shakir, he's free. I like Keon Coleman. You can take a risk on Curtis Samuel, and I might be looking at Khalil Shakir late, but who knows, boys?
Yeah.
Someone's going to
Yeah.
pop just like Green Bay. Someone's going to pop.
Exactly.
Zach, any thoughts on Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, and then give us your biggest sleeper?
Well, for all the reasons that you guys list those guys as your sleeper, I listed, which isn't that much of a sleeper based on how we've been talking about him, but Dalton Kincaid. I guess I
Uh,
was thinking more of in the whole NFL when you asked me for the biggest sleeper. But like you've been saying, those targets got to go somewhere. I think Dalton Kincaid's going to dominate those targets.
mm.
He's, I think he's going to put up quite a bit of numbers. He can't. Max, you said earlier that he could be top five. He could be possibly top three this
Yeah.
year, and
Oh
in
yeah.
tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I've
so
definitely
definitely
got
don't sleep.
Hmm.
I definitely got him in my top five as you do too, Max.
Hmm.
I'm a little surprised on ESPN. He's going as tight end seventh in the early seventh. So solid, solid. That is a good sleeper, Zach.
Hmm.
I think we've been talking about him more than the community has. We've
Yeah.
been hyping up Dalton Kincaid for sure. Tight end seven off the board. That's a steal.
That's a steal.
Yeah.
Boys, let's wrap up this episode. A quick one here with your final standings prediction. Max, who wins this? Anybody get a wild card? How does this play out?
Yep. Man, you're not going to believe this. Okay. Number one, I have Miami. Okay. I do have the Miami Dolphins. I like Tua. I like his weapons, and I love the running game that Miami has. They have 8 or 9 games at home. I didn't look at their schedule. So that could be 8 or 9 wins easily. Okay. Number two, I got the New York Jets. Okay. I got the New York Jets over the Bills. I think the drop off
Juicy.
of Stephon Diggs as this elite wide receiver. Now Josh Allen doesn't have an elite wide receiver. Aaron Rodgers does. And he has an elite running back, one of the best in the game, and arguably the best defense in the game the New York Jets have. Okay.
Very
It is going to be a fun battle for that spot. I think the Dolphins make it. I think the Jets make the playoffs. The
Ooh.
Bills, I think they're going to be fighting against the AFC North with the Browns and Pittsburgh. Yep. I think it's going to be in that mix to see who squeezes in there. So I actually have them not making it the Bills, which is first time in a while. The big surprise, and then I don't have to talk about the Patriots. We already know. So.
Zach, how's this division going to play out this year?
I think there's a very good chance that Bills and Dolphins are going to be tied at the top. I think they'll both split a game. They'll be 1-1 against each other. With the Bills, I think they're still going to succeed because it seems like Josh Allen might be on a mission this year. I could definitely see that. I think he's going to have some kind of crazy year where he's going to do what he has to do for the Bills to win. Only thing that's going against the Bills, they have a tough schedule. I wrote this down from week 11 to week 15. They have a crazy run. Week 12, they have a bye, but week 11, it starts with the Chiefs. Then by 13th, it goes to the 49ers. Ugh. Then 14th week, Rams. 15th week, Lions.
Ooh. Division winners.
Yeah. So up until that point, I think the Bills could be leading. But if the Dolphins don't screw up in the cold months of this year, I think the Dolphins could definitely get to the top. But like I said, I think the Bills are going to try and do whatever they can to win. Jets in third. I think they might be a game over 500, maybe 2 games over 500. We'll see. Maybe they're fighting for the playoffs. Maybe they're fighting for a wild card spot. And then Patriots, I think maybe they might win 3 games. Not going to be good.
Yeah. They're going to be fighting for that number 1 overall pick. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
This division, boys, if you want to include the Jets, we could see 3 different teams at the top. I don't know if we can say that about another division. All three of those teams at the top, they're projected for at least 9.5 wins. I don't think any other division can say that. So this is a mix-up here, but I love the speed in South Beach, boys. I respect Mike McDaniel. I think he's becoming a top 5 coach. I think he's going to figure out what the hell's going on with Tua, why he can't play in the cold. I think the Dolphins are going to get this with the speed this year. I think they're going to be the champs. But I do have the Bills right behind them. Like you were saying, Zach, Josh Allen's going to have to do a lot. That's why he's my quarterback 1. Josh Allen might be looking at an MVP season if he gets enough wins. I got him making the playoffs. Jets, I barely have missing out. Very impressed with 7 wins last year. Very impressed with that quarterback play to get 7 wins. But I'm just not jumping on yet. I want to see Aaron Rodgers first to see what he looks like at 40 years old. And then, yeah, Patriots, we talked about them enough in the fucking basement. Zach, we appreciate you joining us, my guy. Anything you got for the people about this division or about your fantasy team? Anything you got for us before you get out of here?
Oh, there's one more thing. If Aaron Rodgers plays the whole year, I know Garrett Wilson's had great seasons in the past, but I think this could be a real breakout year for him. So definitely, if you have faith in Aaron Rodgers, go out and get Garrett Wilson.
In our 2-keeper league, you see Garrett Wilson going top 5?
It's possible. I would have to look at all. I have not looked at who is all available yet, but it's definitely possible first round for sure. You could be in our league. You could be a first round for sure.
Yeah, I'm with. Boys, I'm keeping 2 running backs, so I'll be looking Garrett Wilson first round. I've had him the last 2 years, and even with that shit-sniffing quarterback play, I still enjoyed Garrett Wilson. Max, anything else on this division? Take us home, brother. We're going to bed after 4 tonight.
Man, I definitely going to sleep good, Breezy. As soon as I put my head on that pillow, I'm going to be thinking about our draft tomorrow. Or I'm sorry. Hold on. Our draft's on Monday. Everybody. But we're going to figure out our draft order tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm nervous. Man, oh, man. It's we're talking about Garrett Wilson real quick as a potential top 5 pick. Absolutely. But I'm telling you right now, get your running backs while you can. Luckily for you, Cobras, you already have 2 of them. But this first round, all the running backs are going to be gone. All right, all the top they're going to be gone. It's crazy. We got to definitely figure out a different situation. But anyway, thank you everyone for coming out to the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast again to break down the AFC East. Oh my goodness, go crazy. My throat hurts. And we still got more to do tomorrow.
2 more, baby.
Two more to go. I'm parched. I'm sweating. This
Oh.
jersey. Oh, I love this jersey. I've been wearing it all-
Guacamole on it still?
No,
Show Zack the guacamole.
what
There's a
is it?
stain.
You're an asshole.
It's right there.
Oh,
It's
man.
just a Just a
I can
little.
see it from here. I can see it from Denver.
I could see it all over your face. You and your cookies. You had cookies before this.
Granola bar.
Yeah, okay. What's the difference, you queef?